Hey, welcome to EPS ParaTalk. I'm Robert. This is
Janie.
Our team is Elite Paranormal Society, now based in Falling Waters, West Virginia.
Gotta get used to that.
Formerly Keedysville, Maryland. Not too far away from where we originally were. Give it a moment for people to start jumping on, and we'll get moving with this. So, how you doing today, Janie?
I'm still kicking, barely, but still kicking. How are you doing? Everybody you can, the good ones twice?
Whenever possible.
See, I know you will.
Irene jumped on with us
Hi, Irene.
from Tokyo, Japan. Thank you so much, Irene. Appreciate you jumping on with us. Thanks for taking the time. I'm just going to let everybody else catch up here for a moment, and then we're going to go ahead and move on through this. So you're still kicking. Hopefully you can get other people besides just me.
I'm still kicking, just not quite as high.
My legs get a little sore. You keep kicking.
Yeah, I'll stand on a chair next time and hit the head.
At least you hit a different area, because that same area is starting to get really sore.
If you just listen to me, I wouldn't have to kick at you.
Yeah. Anybody have a sister or want a sister?
I'm available, apparently.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Diane.
Thanks for joining us.
Now your mom's on here. You better act right. Act right. Mind your manners.
They say if you can't say something nice, don't say anything
That's
at all.
right.
So
Just
it's
be
gonna
quiet.
Be real quiet.
Be very quiet.
All right. All right. We're going to talk about today. Do you know what we're going to talk about today? You're going to wing it?
I'm winging it. I'm following your lead. What are we talking about?
We are going to still continue to talk about some experiences this time. We have some videos that we're going to play.
Some clips, yeah.
That'll be pretty interesting. So it gives you a chance to go ahead and hear what we've heard, judge for yourself. Ideally, we'll get a couple of more people on here.
Hopefully. If not, Diane is a really good audience. She said what she said. I love you, Miss Diane. I really do. Wait till you hear all the stuff he's been doing.
Look, the stuff I've been doing is so wrong. Listen to this.
With the arm, pulling back a bow.
Because she is wonderfully so blind for the living on this side. I've got a very large TV right on the other side of the camera so she can actually see the comments.
See. Otherwise, it's up to him to read them.
So why wouldn't you wear your glasses?
Because they don't do any good. They're for close up. I have to go back and have it fixed.
That's a 65-inch screen.
Now far away is bad too, so I have to go back and have
the screen is close up.
I don't know what to tell you, son. That's just how it is. I'm old. What do you think? What do you expect?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
we do know that.
You're right behind me, so don't get too excited.
That's all right. I know what's coming every time I see what's happening to you.
Get you prepared for it.
All right, we're going to start off. I'm just going to go ahead and jump over to one of these clips if you're cool with that.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Now, just watch your volume of your sound. I'm not sure how it's going to come out for on your end. Hopefully, it'll be all right.
And as they're all in here, I'm Gil. Say, and you say the date.
Okay.
And the time and where you are.
Okay.
And just leave it recording.
All right. Thank you. It's trying to go both ways.
It's swinging uphill.
Yeah, and it's changing directions.
Ask it to stop.
Can you stop it, please, for her?
Whoa.
Can you make it come to a complete stop, please? Almost. Thank you very much.
That's why I don't like those.
Just a little, just a little taste of, what we get into. It can happen pretty much any time.
It's happened several times.
Several times.
Several times.
To you yourself, quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I don't do them anymore. I don't like them.
What do you mean you don't do them anymore?
I don't do them anymore.
Yeah,
I don't hold the dowsing rods anymore.
Again,
I don't have a contract, Bubba. No, I don't have a contract.
Well,
this is a fly by the seat of your britches type of deal.
You will be using those. I promise you, she will be using those dowsing rods.
He always makes promises he can't keep. Always. Don't
Really?
believe him. Don't believe him.
When's the last time you used dowsing rods?
It's been a long time.
How long has it been?
It's been a really long time since I've used it.
Well, we got the case right there.
I've managed to get out of it a lot.
It ain't gonna happen now. So we'll get back to that here shortly.
No, we won't. Let's move on. Do we got anything else?
Yeah, I got a question for you. A very simple question. What is the you're a medium, so that means you can actually see people on the other side.
See and hear spirit, yes.
And are they all human?
Nope.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Look behind you.
That's not your imagination?
No, I'm sure that's not my imagination. I don't sit around and think up stuff like that.
So what's one of the scarier things that have happened to you?
One of the scarier things?
Yeah,
one of the scarier things that has happened to me that had nothing to do with visually seeing a spirit, but seeing what spirit could do. The morning that I was in my laundry room and my coffee started to boil in my cup.
Yes.
And like a fool, I'm thinking, there's no way that can be happening. So I stick my finger to it, and it doesn't feel any hotter than the regular coffee did, but it was literally boiling. That frightened me more so than seeing the spirit, because at least then I can see it. So I can kind of know where it's going, what it's doing. When it's something like that, you can't see. I couldn't see it. So it was like, okay, what the heck is it going to do next? So we left that cup of coffee there and went right on back in the house.
Well, you did find out a few more things of what it was going to do next, didn't you?
Yeah, we sure did. That was a ongoing thing for a couple of days.
Take me through what happened at night when you're trying to sleep. What happened? I heard you woke up a few times because you got cold. Why?
Woke up several times. Something had pulled the blanket off. Didn't know what it was.
Well,
First,
who did you think it was?
I thought it was Sean. I was about to have to, do that sideways thing and kick him up out of bed.
See how mean she is?
But when I rolled over, it wasn't Sean. He was facing the other way, and he was sound asleep doing his whole McCulloch chainsaw thing, that imitation he does when he's sleeping. You've heard it.
I do it.
Yeah, I know you do.
Really well.
I know you do. But it wasn't Sean, so I just kind of grabbed it, didn't think much of it, pulled it back up. And while I'm holding it, I can feel something yanking at it. And I mean, I'm holding it hard to keep it from yanking. Yeah, it wasn't a pleasant experience.
I like the way you put it, though, about how quickly did you leave that room?
Oh, honey. I don't think my feet touched those steps. I was out and down and texting you, Ralph.
What about Sean, though? You left him on his own, didn't you?
Hey, every man for himself, Jack. Sorry. No, he already knows when we go on location or we're at home, wherever. If I get scared, you're on your own. You know that. How many times have we been into dark places and you're yelling, don't run? Yeah, okay. I'm out. I'm sorry. That's probably the most hated question that I have. People always ask me, why are you afraid? What the hell do you mean, why am I afraid? Do you see what I see? In the dark, at night, and sometimes even in areas by myself? Yeah. Why am I afraid? No. Sorry. Just because I can see it don't mean it doesn't scare me.
Look at her reactions, though. You're telling me, honestly, if you were watching, observing this, you would not be laughing too. Come on, you know you would. Sandy's on.
Hi, Sandy. Rob's laughing at me again, girl.
You're not used to it by now?
No.
It is funny.
No, it's not funny. It's funny to you. It's not funny to me.
Irene said that she had a bathroom door actually yanked out of her hands.
Irene, honey, I hope you were sitting down when that happened. I would have needed to be. Because remember when we were at the temple and I got locked in that stall? Girl.
A few of you guys have had the same.
Yeah, on separate occasions too. Yeah, on separate occasions.
People would actually have to, you physically could not get out of the stall. You would have to, Adrian's on.
Hi, Adrian.
You'd physically have to climb underneath the stall
door. And I did. I did not hesitate.
As soon as you did, what happens?
The door would pop open and
every time, and we had people actually started videotaping it because it was happening.
Yep.
The fluorescent lights would start going in and out. Okay, that gets a little creepy for some people. I get it. But then you can't open a simple stall door.
Yep.
But as soon as you come out, and sometimes the doors would start to shake.
They'd vibrate.
You have that.
Yep, absolutely.
But as soon as every person would crawl underneath it,
the door would pop right
open right up. So,
yeah, let's just say I didn't use that bathroom there anymore. I held it or went to a gas station right after we left.
I'll take a gas station over the place.
You did a truck stop, anything. At that point, I would have went out back and squatted in the woods if I had to pee that bad.
Have you had, being a medium, obviously, you're more vulnerable because they don't always like you seeing what's going on the other side. Is that true?
Most of them don't like that I can see them.
So, did you remember? Have you ever passed out?
Oh, yeah.
Standing up?
Yep.
Have you ever been choked?
Yep.
Have you ever been pushed?
Yes.
Have you ever had the knees knocked from behind you?
Yes.
Just trying to think of things I've watched right offhand. You've had your ponytail obviously
Pulled.
knocked in different directions.
Yep.
You obviously have been scratched.
Yep.
Numerous times.
Oh yeah.
You were bit.
Yep.
Literally on your side.
Yep.
And when this is happening, I mean, she knows not to put her hands up there at this point. She'll just go, it just got me. It just got me. It's on the back of my neck. And then I'll come up and slowly go ahead and move everything, her shirt back a little bit so we can see it and her hair out of the way. Any of those bother you that much, or you've been going right
All of them
at it?
bother me. What do you mean? Do any of them
I'm just
bother me?
asking 'cause
All of them bother me. But yeah, I do
Then
go
why do you
right
keep
back
doing
at
it?
because you can't let especially negative spirit know that they've got you afraid. Because if they know you're afraid, then it's only going to get worse. You can't let them think that they win.
Sandy has been on and has seen because we do a lot of them live, and Sandy's been able to see as far as when
Hi,
the ponytail's
Sandy.
been pulled.
Yeah, you got to go back. You can't. It's like with the bully in real life.
Right.
If you let them bully you and you don't ever stand up to them, it's just going to get worse. So you can't not go back.
Have you ever had a location or a room that you just got to a point where you just refused to go into?
Yes, I did. The kitchen at the temple. I
Correct.
wouldn't go in that room for a year, a little over a year.
Yeah. Eventually,
Eventually I went back in it.
I so wish I could turn my camera right now. It would be so indicative of our camera guy, her husband, Sean.
What's supposed to be our camera guy? He's doing what he does the best. Laying on the sofa over here asleep, trying to go to sleep.
He just wants to do the invitation for
He
us.
better not start the snoring business. Don't start the snoring business.
We had another location not too long ago where there was one or two rooms you didn't want to go into.
Are we talking about the
The one with Melissa's group, Melissa and her
with
husband.
the young man?
Yes.
Yes. There was he's back there. He's over there on
On
your side.
Your side. Behind you. Yeah. It's always opposite.
Right there.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was there.
Have you ever been able to see from their point of view?
Yes, that would be that
Directly
creepy
behind
thing.
Right there. That one.
Jeezy. Yes.
Like the script, right?
Mm,
You knew what was coming next. It wouldn't be so bad.
exactly.
All right, we're going to go to another video for a minute. Give you guys something else to hear. One thing I always try to engage in, pretty much anywhere we go to, I like hearing a disembodied whistle. To me, that's something that's phenomenal.
The whistles and the bells. Whenever you
We've
hear
had the bells.
Yes, we've had bells. I like those too.
This is one of the whistles we're going to go to. Can you whistle? Can you copy Freddie's whistle? Come on, Freddie. That's just melody behind the camera. Copy Freddie's whistle. Come on.
Thank you. That's a lot better. This is your time to talk to us.
Who was that?
That was a whistle.
Who was that?
Anybody
Right over there. Great job, buddy. Great job. Yes. Standing ovation. Here, I'll stand up for you. That was good.
Very good.
Do get excited about those. To me, it's fascinating. You get onto a location and something like that happens. It's just, how do you not go?
Yeah. Especially when you know that it didn't come from anybody in the room.
I mean, we're all the same. We're all human. I mean, it's fascinating that something gets created out of midair. Yes, you can see them, but it still does not fascinate you too. Just
Oh
as
yeah,
much.
absolutely. I wouldn't keep doing it if it didn't. Absolutely.
You
It
just-
thrills me to death when people can hear some of what I hear on the regular.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you hear a disembodied voice, I can hear it when it's speaking to me. So I'm just thrilled that other people can hear it too sometimes.
Which we catch us sometimes.
Yep.
And quite often. And we have a case that you were talking about, a little boy. I play this so for some people that are new, or for the people who've been around, you guys have heard this before. A couple clips I pulled off. They're good clips. I wanted to go ahead and play it. And at this location, you were talking about this little boy that was there, and at one point he's going from our location to one that's down in Georgia.
Yeah,
I mean, in a
completely
flick of
different location. Yeah.
they had the same little boy down there. He'd be right back to us. And then he gets to a point where he's actually starts watching us from control, where we have the monitor where all the cameras are going to.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like watching us on the monitor. We call him back over to us, and then we try to engage him and see if he'll actually talk to us. And you can actually hear a little boy talk. I'm going to play this clip for you.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Come on, I want to see one of these lights turn on. Can you help me, please?
It's really dark up here, Kenny. We need a light on. You're the only one that can turn it on for us. Thank you, baby.
Woohoo! That was quick.
Yay!
You're fast. Great job.
It's getting kind of scary in the dark. Can you turn another light on for us?
Hey, Kenny, if you want a puppy dog, do you want a puppy dog? How about a
That
puppy
sounds
dog?
Awesome.
If you want a puppy dog, turn another light on. What's that?
Turn it back on.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Kenny, if you want a puppy dog, do you want a puppy dog? How about
That
a puppy
sounds
dog?
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
That was
pretty
pretty clear.
wild. There was no children in there whatsoever, so to hear that was
Yeah.
pretty amazing. Absolutely cool. Irene says she can hear them too, which is excellent.
Cool. God bless you, honey. I'm serious.
Yeah, Sandy, that was the location where our client's guest actually, she was temporarily jumped during one of the times we were there. We
Yep.
were there twice. We had to go ahead and clean it, but the very first time when we were there, we call it jumped. It's temporary possession where something takes over and the person is no longer in control. And you can actually hear, there's clips of it where you can actually hear through the spirit. We had a spirit box running, which is just an AM FM radio that's going through stations really, really quick. And if you actually listen to that, you'll hear when it says his hand, and then she'll grab my hand when I start using the holy water and doing a prayer. Then you'll hear it say, get up. And she gets up. She's actually responding to the spirit, whatever commands are coming through the spirit box, which is pretty bizarre. By the time we were done, it took like 3 or 4 people to get her
To
out
get
of
that
there.
little 100-pound woman out of that attic, I thought I was going to have to body slam her. I was like, I got this.
Matter of fact, we had something else that was pretty neat. You just pulled it out just recently. You've got
Oh, yeah.
an incredible sage bundle, and it's not an optical illusion. She really has.
It was like a foot long when I got it. I bought it at an Indian reservation in Arizona a few years back. I've not used it that much, but it literally was like a foot long when I bought it.
Cheech and Chong, eat your heart out. And during that one, and talking about that location real quick, what happened? I had you start saging downstairs. We were trying to push whatever it was up
Yep.
towards the attic.
As soon as I got up near the attic, it just went out. Completely went out. Before that, it was like smoking up the entire house. And as soon as I got to the top of those steps going into the attic, it just went out. Completely out.
Once you light this up, Irene, big weed. Once you light it up, the idea is to get it very, very hot and let the embers are what's going to obviously sit there and create all the smoke. So you blow out the flame, and it's just cherry red on it as far as going. There was no smoke. There was nothing.
It just went completely out. No
as though it was
smoke, no
now.
embers, nothing, as if it had never been lit.
Aaron, thanks for being on.
Hi, Aaron.
Just the idea that something like that can go completely out of there.
That fast, yep.
Now, speaking of being jumped and weird things happening.
Oh, gosh. Which one?
The reception.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Which
I
is
don't
pretty-
remember that. You told me that. I don't remember that.
This happens a lot. There's people get in the field and you hear it on the news where somebody does something horrific or whatever. And what a lot of people don't understand is there are things that can happen that will take over. Sometimes things on the other side will try to influence it and only be a one-time or very random situation. At that particular time, we were at a reception and you were sitting at a table with myself.
We had something coming up
Mm-hmm.
in, what was it, a week or
The
two
same one that
ahead?
had your coffee going.
Yeah. I don't like that either.
So right in the middle of the reception, I'm sitting at the table at basically the 9 o'clock position. It was a round table. Figure the 12 o'clock is where she was sitting, a few chairs around. And all of a sudden she just got to
And
yapping
I
right at
honestly
me.
don't remember or a thing about it. I really don't.
her eyes, there
any
was
of
no
it.
white. They went jet black, and she is just, I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea what language she was talking in.
And I don't remember it at all. I don't remember any of it. I remember sitting at the table eating, and I remember Sean being to the left of me, and I remember you being like a couple of people away at diagonal from me. I don't remember any of that. Honest to goodness, I do not. The next thing I remembered after you said that happened was I remembered standing up and going to get a drink.
Going back to the location where we had the person we were talking about being jumped, she only remembered a couple of little pieces of that.
Yeah.
She didn't remember most of it.
Yeah, she didn't remember the bulk of it.
Which is typical. Again, that's something that happens, and not to be overlooked. It really does happen out there. And so people could even pass lie detector tests, no problem. When this happens, what's Irene have?
She said when I do a spirit session, they take over my typing or watching a stream of a haunted area. It happens. Honey, I don't like it. I don't want to be taking over stuff with me. I'm good. I'll pass their message on.
Strongly encourage you not to turn around and
Yeah.
just invite things in by far. Just know what's
Nope.
going on out there.
That's right.
Anything good ever happen while we're at locations?
Oh, we've had a lot of good stuff happen
Absolutely.
while we're at locations.
I've had a location myself where by the time it was done, and it was not where we located it, I had a couple pieces of equipment, and by the time they walked and finally isolated down to the garage area, the person was losing the house, and they ended up finding 16 ounces of gold. A few hours later, after the sun came up, the client went back out to the same area where the equipment was going off at, and it was not a metal detector. But to find 16 ounces of gold, that's pretty good stuff to have. Aaron says, yeah, attachments are no fun. Not at
Yeah.
all.
No.
And there's different types, but I hear where some people sit there and they talk about, they have a good attachment. I don't believe any attachment is good. That's just my
No, it's
personal
not supposed to be attached to you.
No.
And if it is, it's not good. I don't care how friendly you think it is.
Guys, if you get a chance, please share. We appreciate being on this network, the Things Network.
Yes, please share it, like it, comment, ask questions.
Bad comments, keep them to her. Her name is Janie again.
Give them to him. He needs them.
Yeah, I need more ammo. Throw at her.
So done. I'm telling your mother. Tell your mother.
Tell my mom. I don't
Yeah.
care. It's all good.
Diane, are you still on here? Listen to him.
She's mean to me all the time, Mom.
Yeah, I'm so mean to you.
It's pretty bad. I mean, we even looking at the house. She turns around, she sees one picture of the house in a particular area in the back, and she's like, "Yeah, there's something back there, but I get that real nauseous feeling, but it's nothing bad."
Because I really loved the house, so I wanted to try to convince myself, "Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay." And then when we got here and I walked a little closer to the fence, I was like, "Yeah, it might not be okay, Rob. You might want to go over there and take care of it."
She was not okay with it by far.
There's so much I'm not okay with.
I know. See, that's the best part. That's what I like so much.
For you, it's the best part. We need to show another.
Mom says, "Don't make me come over there."
Thank you, Diane. Come on over, honey.
That's right. The house is ready for you to go ahead and come on
Yes,
over,
it
Mom,
is.
whenever you want. You know where it's
It
at.
is. It absolutely is. It's not complete, but at least we got enough boxes out of the way that you won't fall over anything.
Thank you, Aaron. Thanks for bringing that back up. No, they have not moved yet, but we did have something that was pretty cool. I thought was going to lead to it. We were standing in the kitchen. I put a post up there because we were standing in the kitchen, myself and Janie, and we're just talking about everything's about the house right now, trying to get the house ready, paint it, things. moved,
Lord,
whatever.
everything.
And right in the middle of it, Janie stops and she's just like this frozen. So I know at this point, there's something she's reading. Something's
I
coming.
heard
through to her.
something, so I had to stop and say what I have to say it when I hear it. Because I am old, I'll forget it if I don't say it when I hear it.
We know. So she says, "Forward."
One of these days.
Now, unbeknownst to her, she's not looking up, and she says, "Forward." I was like, "Forward."
And I'd forgot about those creepy little things even being there, to be honest with you. I've been so busy in and out of boxes.
Bridget, thanks for jumping on.
Hi, Bridget.
We have a couple of figurines. Just the backstory real quick. There's a couple of figurines, two different places that Janie and Sean lived at. The figurines flew across the room at her. So in this case, I decided I've had the figurine since the second time. She was like, "All right, I'm done with this at the second house. You can
Take
have
them.
back."
I don't want them.
So I've kept them. I didn't have them salted at first. I want to see if they'd moved. Then finally I put them under salt. Salt is how you it's part of the bonding process. Now that we all live together, I thought, you know what?
He decided it'd be fun to sick him on me.
I
what he
wasn't
did.
sicking them, but we're trying to learn, right? We're always willing to learn.
No, you're trying to learn.
Take
I
one for the
really don't
team.
need to learn nothing about them.
So I put the figurines, what ends up being above her coffee bar. Do you drink coffee?
I'm a fanatic when it comes to coffee.
So they're in the kitchen above the coffee bar. And that's where we happen to be huddled at the time when she hears this woman say, forward. Okay, we're moving forward with the house. Things are going well. I don't know. I'm
Right,
just
I
trying
know
to
what it
throw a
meant.
few things out, try to see what else this woman might say through Janie. And then she says it again. She says, forward. Well, maybe she means move forward. And at that time, I hadn't finished my statement, and Janie takes a few steps forward. And I said, maybe they want to make sure that those figurines have a good chance of hitting you this time.
And I look up and they're literally right in front of me. I was like, son of a. But I really did think that's what it was at first.
I did too.
Until it continued to give more information, and then we figured it out. But at first, I thought that's what it was. I was like, they got to go. They're going to go today.
Ultimately, it was my dad had recently passed, and he is moving forward. Is really what it came down to. There's a lot of detailed information, but that's you don't know until more information comes out. So I thought they were lining you up for the shot. If anybody thinks it's easy
I'm such bait.
being around me,
And now it's going to be even worse because I'm not going to be just bait when we're on location. It's like we all live together. So it's like every chance he gets, it's like, come a little closer to these statues over here when we're talking. No.
just trying to see, you know. Irene says, I would love to let Janie see why we moved and let her see how bad it is, and we couldn't cleanse it. Had to sage it so many times. It looks like well, when you sage it, it definitely should look basically like a smokehouse.
Yeah,
you
it
definitely want
should.
to sage it hard. But you moved from that location, Irene. The more the activity for me, the better. You pick up on it pretty easy. Do you have to be at a location to pick up things?
Nope.
What information do you have to pick up things?
Sometimes nothing. Stuff will just start coming to me and I shoot it to you and you're like, yep, I know what that means. But most of the time, all I need is a first name, just so I'm not rude when I
Right.
talk to the person, and a phone number, what time I'm supposed to call.
Yep.
That's it.
Man, if you could get back, I'd be interested to see. I got attacked every 6 months. Do you still have? Do you still have access?
Irene,
to
you're a better woman than me, honey, because I'm gonna tell you, after the first 6 months, I would have moved.
But if she has access, could we do something live where we could go ahead and get her to go ahead and be at that location and get you to see what you pick up on without her
Sure.
telling us anything else?
Well, yeah, but where does she live?
Japan.
Oh no, I'm not going to Japan.
You're not going to Japan. We're talking about doing it live here.
Oh, you mean
yeah,
remotely?
just do.
We could try. I'm willing to try anything.
That's-
I can't guarantee you anything
what I
will
love.
happen because my guides are in control of that, not me.
I understand.
But I'm willing to try anything.
That's the point I'm wanted to make, though. At least you'll go at and you'll just try.
Well, yeah, you have to. What's the point in being in this field with disability if you're not willing to try different things?
Well, I think if most people saw the things that you saw, they'd probably cancel out their abilities.
Well, I wish there was a cancel button sometimes. There's not. You don't have any. I don't care what anybody tells you. It may work different for other psychics, mediums, empaths, whatever. But that's how it works for me. I can't control what's going to come through, when it's going to come through, how much of it's going to come through. I could blow smoke up anybody's butt telling them, oh, I'm so good at this and so good at that one. I ain't got a flipping clue. I just repeat what I hear, what I see, and what I feel.
Irene says it's a suicide condo. So I'm taking it. There's been multiple suicides in the same location. Is that what you mean by the suicide condo? And a lot of times, just so you have an idea, if you're on the other side, just bear with me for a minute. Anybody, I'm talking to everybody at the same time. If you're on the other side and you can't, Paranormal National Radio, hey, thanks for jumping on with us.
Hi, guys.
17 plus suicide in the same condo. Is that what I'm reading correctly? 17 plus suicides in the same condo, or is that the same complex? Which one?
She said yes.
Yeah, I asked about the complex second. That is crazy if there's 17 insane. We need
I
to take a
wouldn't-
trip
I
out.
would. No, I'm not. I'm not going to Japan. I know I ain't going nowhere where 17 people done killed themselves at. Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Sorry, Bubba. You're
It's the
young.
condo. All right. I'll veto her little attitude. We'll give her adjustment. We need to think about going to Japan. That would be, would
I'm
that
not
not be
going
cool?
to
Seriously, would you
Japan,
guys
Rob.
look? He's up for it.
Of course he is. I'm
He
not.
even woke up for it. That's perfect.
No, I don't need to go to Japan. I'm good. Have you not been seeing on the news what all's going on over there? No,
I'm pretty sure
not
nobody's going to
Japan.
want to mess with you if you're in that condo.
I'm not going to be in that condo. I'm not going to Japan.
She says, can even stay with her.
Miss Irene, thank you, sweetheart. I love you for that invitation. That's absolutely wonderful of you to say, but I'm not going to Japan.
If there's a chance, honestly, that you can get into that condo, I would love to try something live. And
Yeah,
it's
remotely.
It would be remote, and it's not just the remote part. Wonder if that's near the woods there. Great question, because Suicide Forest, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. So we can go ghost
You wouldn't
hunting.
have to leave the place to go ghost hunting, evidently. What I would like to do, honestly, Irene, if you have the opportunity, or you can talk to anybody there, if it's in between people being there, see whether or not you can actually get into that condo if you feel like you want to get into it. It doesn't always mean that there's something, the activity doesn't always mean that there's something mean there just because something pushes you or pulls you. Sometimes if somebody's on the other side and they can't get your attention, they will try. Her friend still lives there. I'm telling you, this is perfect.
I'm not going to
Anyway.
Japan, Rob.
Sometimes if people are on the other side and they can't get your attention by making small sounds or doing things that you're just not paying attention to, they go to a higher scale of trying to get your attention.
Right.
Not always, but sometimes that's an absolute reason for it.
Yeah, a push that seems like aggression to you could be just them trying to get your attention.
Paranormal Nation Radio. That's what I'm talking about doing. I'd like to actually go live.
Yeah, see, go live with them.
Keep Janie
Where I can be right
obviously is
here.
Her husband was killed and he died from brain cancer. Sorry to hear that, by all means. But I would like to have Janie actually do a live and not have, if you've got anybody who lives there or would be there that would be able to confirm if she starts telling us what she gets from that location. I'm real curious what's going on in a location like that.
Yeah.
We've had for us, not 17, but in one location, there was four suicides by gunshot inside the house, one suicide by gunshot outside the house. There was a practicing black witch that hung herself in the house, and there was 2 teenage boys from different time frames that mysteriously fell down the stairs and broke their necks.
Yep.
That was all documented from one simple house. 17 in one condo, that would be pretty traumatic. Irene, if you get a chance, simply message us. I would be really, really interested in doing something with you on that, and we would go live just to see what we get.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt to try.
See?
As long as I can try from here, I'm not going to Japan.
But if the activity is
No,
cool,
there's no but,
Yeah.
Rob. I'm not going to Japan. I am older than you.
yes, you are.
That's right. I'm not going to
Get
Japan.
the geriatrics. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, hit us back up. That just would be.
Yeah, I'd
Really
be more
cool
than
to
willing
check
to
out.
do a live.
And again, even if if you want to take it to the next step, I'll even do it. We could do it live, and I can talk you through as far as if you want to. We could do a cleansing on the condo too, and you could see what the difference are. 17, you would know pretty quickly if it actually works,
Right.
which
right.
I'm solid with. I know it'll work. She says she'll even protect you.
Yeah, this one's been trying to do that for 7 years. I still yet get that. The scratches, the bites, the hair pulls, the push down steps, the knocked out, the lift up off the floor. So
Somebody was talking about that, and they were like, what kind of
forgive me if I'm not so trusting when it comes to somebody else trying to protect me.
Somebody was talking about, well, what kind of protection do you guys, or this is what we do for protection before we even go to a location. And the problem is, if I'm treating a location, I kind of need to see what the location has there. So somebody has to be bait.
Unfortunately.
But you understand the role and you do it really, really well. Oh my gosh, that's huge. All right, we're going to go to another clip real quick.
Yes, please. Let's do that.
Janie wants to get off that topic. Speaking of Janie, I noticed you have been using like the spirit box. You're more to engage it. You usually don't use any equipment.
Right.
So this is one time when we were just setting up. Actually, it was up
Right.
in the house you'd moved from.
In the attic,
We
yep.
were up in the attic, and I was busy setting up.
I
and
like
you
the
went ahead and
spirit
started.
box simply because it's a way that you guys can hear what I hear too. You know
Yes.
what I mean? What's his name? Wow, that was very clear. What's my name? Not the name I go by, my real name. What's my name? Anna.
Anna.
Yep, very clear.
Awesome. Who are we talking? Beacons and bait. I like that. That part, that little clip right there, that was from, again, you started asking, and you can hear Janie's real name is Anna. She doesn't like to use it. So when she says, hey, what is my real name? And she does not use it that often. So it's
Nobody ever
most people
uses
don't
it.
know it. Besides when we talk about it like right now,
Right.
that was a very clear Anna.
Yeah, that was really clear. I mean, we heard that with our right there in the room. That was clear.
When you hear that, the sweeping that's doing, that again, that's an AM/FM radio that has been modified so it can sweep through a controlled number at a controlled rate.
Yep.
That was sweeping between 10 and 14 stations a second. So the chance of us getting her name, nah. And we're not broadcasting out again. It's not a CB or
Right,
something.
right.
We're putting it out there and waiting for somebody to call us back.
Right, right.
Pretty impressive. So I enjoy it. What's the scariest thing that you guys have ever experienced? If you would, just post it in comments.
Yeah, let us know what are some pretty terrifying things that other people deal with besides us.
Not like you don't deal with a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
At least you got your bouncer over there. He's all at the ready.
Yeah, look, he's at the ready. Look how at the ready he is.
Even with that loud clip, he'll be hitting the logs
If
here in a
some
minute.
grabbed me right now, we would have to wake Sean up. I'm sure if the house ever, God forbid, catches on fire, we'll have to wake him up to get him out. He won't know anything about it.
Anybody have anything as far as it has actually scared them before that you didn't know what it was, or
Right.
something unseen?
Something that you could explain.
Have you ever felt, no different than somebody being there, somebody putting pressure on you?
Right.
There's such a variety of things that happen, and I was going to say, and it's awesome every time, but not, I guess, for the victim.
Not for everybody, Rob.
Irene, back to what Aaron was saying. How close is the suicide forest from that condo? Is that what you were saying? That's 45 minutes from your house. How far is suicide forest
From there.
from the condos?
From the location, yeah.
That would be really, really cool. Being told to kill herself.
Yeah.
That's usually like something an entity or an attachment would be doing.
Yeah. I've not had them tell me to kill myself, but I've had them threaten to do it.
Right.
I'll kill you, or you know what I mean? But I've never had them.
4 hours or more. Okay, that's pretty far away.
Yeah, that's a pretty good.
So I don't think those two are connected, but that was kind of what I was curious about. Same
Yeah, to
area,
see if
same
it
ley
was
lines or
something.
anything like that.
Yep.
Very, very neat. I was a teen at a woman's prayer group when a woman behind me was or became possessed. 4 male voices came from her, but could be heard from all the corners of the church. Now that would have been impressive.
Honey.
That would have been. Shelly, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Shelly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Different voices start coming out of any of these fellas' mouths around here, and I'm out.
Get out.
I am out. Done. Y'all be here by yourself.
Mount Fuji volcano is haunted too. Yeah, might have been doing those
Yeah. Ooh. Throwing people in.
people coming back after a while.
What? He's been there. He said he's been there. He woke up for that.
Where was this? I'm still interested going back to this, what Aaron was just saying as far as about this woman that turned around and became possessed.
Yeah, 4 male voices.
How long ago
came
was
from
that?
her.
first time I felt that much evil, empath, psychic overload. Yeah, I would
Yeah, that
imagine
would have, that, yeah. Yeah, that would send a seasoned psychic medium reeling, I would imagine. It would me, I can tell you that right now. Been like, nope, sorry, I'm out. I'd have found me another church. Nope.
Come on, you're
No, just because I can see it and hear it does not mean that I'm not afraid of it. And I'm sorry. My mind
I
may
thought you
tell me
said
to
don't
stand
show
still.
fear.
My mind may tell me to stand still. My feet have a whole nother level there. They're like,
That's
nope.
when he was 15. 15. Bridget, not so scary, but more interesting. I can hear and feel spirit, but I don't see them. Not anyway yet. That could change. Always possible. Change.
Absolutely.
One day when I was out to get the mail, I saw a maternal grandpa appear for about 10 seconds standing at the sidewalk across the street. Passed away over 25 years ago. That is
Wow.
awesome. That's phenomenal.
See, that's a blessing. I consider those a blessing when I can see the loved ones.
But you never know how somebody's going to react. People can see their very close loved ones, and after death, it obviously scares them because it's such a shock.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It would be startling.
But why? What do you think about the person on the other side, though? They're going to be
exactly. It's
kind of shocked at your response, right?
Yeah. Well, no, most of my relatives would know. They would know what my response would be, and they would understand it. Scared her, didn't I? I could hear them now, but no, that's the one part of it that is a blessing. The only bad part is you can't just pull them in whenever you want to, since you can have them with you all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's not how it works. But yeah, that's the only part of it that I do feel like is a blessing.
In your opinion, doing what you do as far as having abilities, is there a 1-800 number? Can you get in contact with anybody at any time?
Heck, no.
I'm just curious, and I
can't.
just want to put it out there because
I can't. There may be other psychics and mediums that claim they can, that actually can. I can't speak on that. All I can speak on is what I can and can't do. And no, I cannot pull in whatever I want to pull in whenever I want to pull it in. Spirit are in control. When it comes to that, they're in control. If they have a message, they'll let you know. If they want to speak to you, they will. If they won't, they won't. I can't make them. Somebody can't call me and say, okay, get in touch with my grandma. Sorry. If grandma doesn't have anything to say to you, she's not going to come through. You know what I mean?
To Bridget's post, she says that she loved that he appeared, and she really needed it at that time. What happens so often, and even in the worst of situations, there's so much positive energy around. Unfortunately, it gets overshadowed by what's going on.
By the bad stuff, yeah.
But there's a lot of loved ones that are always watching over, and they come and go. This doesn't mean they're stuck. They just can come and check on you, make sure everything's all right.
Absolutely.
So when you're in time of need and whatnot, just talk out. It doesn't matter. You think if they can hear it, but just go ahead and talk openly. You don't have to be afraid of it by far.
Right.
I think it's great that we have loved ones around us that will watch over us and try to help coax us in the right direction. So we don't usually listen to them, but
rarely ever listen to them, but we should. We could save ourselves a whole lot of grief.
This is very personal because, again, we have a very, very close relationship.
Yes.
Fortunately, when she knows the routes I go, and even before you moved in, have you ever warned me about anything as far as which way I travel or anything like that?
Yes, I have.
So,
and again, not because I called guides in and said, oh, is Rob going to be safe today? No, they just give me things that they feel like I need to know or they feel I need to warn someone of. And I'd always contact you and let you know. So, yeah.
And so people ask, it gets into a very complex conversation when you talk about destiny. You talk about, is our futures fixed or not? And then if we do change something, what is going to be the repercussions? But
right.
There's a reason that we're getting information. I truly, and this is, again, my own personal opinion. There's reasons we get information and people are put in our paths. It happens. We see it so readily on our side.
Absolutely. Everything happens for a reason. I truly in my soul believe that life is a domino effect. Everything happens for a reason. One thing happens because bad or good, because it's meant to make something else happen. And then that happens because it's meant to make something else. Everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. I don't believe that at all.
which most of us that have been in the field for a long time understand that there's really
Right.
the chance of a coincidence is extremely rare,
Yeah,
as opposed
slim
to
to
something that's
none.
been put in our
Yes.
path for a reason.
Yep.
There's really that many forces around us that we just don't pay attention to. Again, that's our opinions. I mean,
Yep.
that's just given our experience, what we've done in the field.
Yep, absolutely. I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that.
You know, when's the last time, I'm going to use Sean's conversation. He was talking about yesterday, we were talking about an ultralight.
Mhm.
Then they turn around and they're driving down the road, and here goes an ultralight across the road.
Yeah.
We do not. Ultralight is a go-kart that has one propeller basically on it and a very long wing to it.
Right.
You're basically flying a go-kart, but we don't see them around here. And yet he talks about it, and up
There
in
it
the air,
is.
there's one flying across in front
Yeah.
of them. It's crazy how that just happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, people cross other people's paths for a reason. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Doesn't matter how many obstacles there are. If you're meant to come in someone's path or in someone's life, you do.
what's your most memorable, anything you can think of that stands out of your most memorable experience in the field? While you're thinking of that, Aaron, I had my great uncle come through to me. What is that? Sam Hain? Oh, about a hidden letter.
Yeah.
Less than 25 hours, my mom messaged me about a letter he'd written his son on her genealogy, that was he and I. That was their special connection before he passed. That was the most awesome and beautiful thing. Absolutely. Again, it's
Yep.
that personal,
Yep.
that very personal thing
Yep.
that goes on.
Absolutely.
So memorable. Can you think of anything that stands out in your mind?
The one that stands out in my mind the most is the one that I always tell you stands out in my mind is the lady that was in the apartment
Oh, yes.
who was grieving over her son. I know for a fact this lady was at the verge of
Yes.
hurting herself. I know that. And to feel the different energy and see the difference in her face and her whole demeanor and everything by the time we left was amazing for me. That made me feel like what I do was worth it.
You can bet you changed her outcome by far. She was definitely contemplating suicide. There was no doubt in
Yeah.
her mind.
That made me feel like what I do is worth it. So if I can just get one of those in a lifetime, I don't care what the naysayers say. I don't pay any attention to what people say anyway. I've been called everything from a witch to a scam artist.
Well, I like some of the things I've heard, such as you don't dress like a medium.
Yeah, I don't dress like a medium. I don't wear enough crystals. I don't use enough stones. I don't read tarot. But what would be the point in having a gift if I had to use all of those things to get information? A gift is, you don't need any of that.
Well, I think people get it different ways. I mean, some people might be able to have the gift to read cards and actually know truly.
Well, of course, anybody can read cards. They come with directions.
I'm not talking about the ones that read whatever is written on
They
the
tell
card.
you how to do them when you get them. It comes with directions, literally.
All right. What about the seers from before? The ones that would throw the bones?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Have you ever seen or know of? It was the elderly. They would end up casting the bones, and they could actually tell what was going to happen. That's how a lot of, like with the Indians,
Right.
a lot of times it was the medicine man that would actually give them their prediction of the outcome.
Right. I don't know how they did it. All I
So
know
they're
is I
using
don't throw
something.
bones. I don't carry crystals
No, but they sure crack.
all the time. I don't use crystals. I do use my round crystal if we're on location where the
You got a
energy
quartz
is
ball.
there. Yeah. If the energy's there, but it doesn't feel like it's strong enough for me to be detailed about the information that I'm picking up, then I'll use my crystal, because if I hold it in my hand and rub it, it builds up the vibration. It helps things to become stronger, which helps things to come through more clearly, if that makes sense.
It definitely makes sense.
Yeah. But other than
And it's
that,
not just
I don't.
that. Even your body reacts differently.
Yeah, absolutely. I vibrate. I'll vibrate.
Literally.
Yeah, literally vibrate.
It's not a cold like I'm cold and I'm shaking. It's a vibration.
Yeah,
that you
it's
will
a
do that
vibration.
is
It's just everywhere. My arms will be vibrating, everything. I can't explain it. I don't know how it happens. I don't question it anymore. I just go with it. like I've done pretty much everything in my life.
And she's gonna go with it when we go to Japan.
We're not
Go
going to
with
Japan.
it. Shut
He's
up.
going to
Go
Japan.
with
I'm
it.
not.
Go with it.
Nope. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Yeah, she is.
No,
Watch her.
I'm not,
See?
because I
I'm
don't like to
going.
fly, and to go to Japan, you got to be on a plane for a really long time.
I do believe it's another form of divination.
It may very well be, but I don't use any of it.
Okay.
I wouldn't know how, to be honest with you. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with my ability. I just repeat what I hear. I repeat what they tell me, what they show me, and what I feel. It's up to y'all to figure it out. I'm just the middleman. Seriously, I don't.
Is
I
that
tell
how you
everybody.
identify now?
Yeah, the middleman. I tell everybody, people, I can't tell you how many people thank me over and over again after reading. It's truly not me. I'm just the messenger. I give thanks to my guides and to the Lord. He gave me the gift, and my guides give me the information. So that's where the thanks has to go. I have no idea what I'm doing 90% of the time. I just say it. Say what they say. Repeat what they say.
Well, it's definitely been interesting so far, and we got a lot more to go. Now that we're generally moved in,
We're moved in. We're just not unpacked.
We can get ready to start lining up our trip to Japan.
I'm not going to Japan. I'm sorry.
You gotta go to Japan.
No, I don't. Got to do nothing but die and pay taxes. Ain't time for neither one of
Yeah,
them
you do.
yet.
We'll formaldehyde, and we'll still take you out there.
Yeah,
Go
right.
ahead.
Nut.
Again, we only have about 8 minutes left. We're going to wrap this up at 1:00. We appreciate so much you guys.
Oh
hanging out
gosh,
with
yeah.
us with this.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's a blast. We do these every weekend, every Sunday.
Sunday at noon, yep. It'll either be Rob and myself, or Rob and Freddie, or the three of us, or whatever. It's hard to tell what you might see when you tune into this channel.
Most definitely. I will actually be back on with Paranormal Inc. later on today on Paranormal Inc. show.
Yep.
That'll be fun, because we're going to be talking about a haunted doll, which I can attest to for a change. I'm not.
Miss Erin, we don't have anything lined up to do live as of right now, but I'm sure something will come up soon.
We've been taking care of clients. We just haven't been going live with them, just because our time has been so limited. We've gone in, we've done the cleansing and really attack the location and get right out as fast as we can. We didn't have time really to set up the cameras and whatnot.
Right. And everything's been so chaotic in our lives for the past
Absolutely.
6 months or so.
So it was trying to take care of the clients more so, but we're going to get that change back up. And even when we're doing the cleansings, we do a lot of them live.
Yeah.
Bridget had the most memorable for me, other than my grandpa, was my husband Jim's friend Oscar from Vietnam. Finally started talking to me. My husband lost his dad while stationed as a medic with the Marines in Vietnam. When he got back to Vietnam after burying his dad, he found out Oscar was killed in action. My husband will never get it over anything that happened over there, but Oscar's death hit him hard because he wasn't there to save him. Oscar finally said that it was his time to go.
Yep.
I was trying to get to the rest of it.
Sometimes everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Always everything happens for a reason, and we're not always allowed to know what that reason is. But sometimes you're not meant to save people.
We are going to be lining up, though, as far as trying to go ahead and get a few more lives, getting ready to
that would be
start
great.
up. Probably within a week or two, probably 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be able
Yeah.
to. We do have 1 or 2 that we're trying to wrap up pretty fast. I'm going to see what we can flip over to go live with. It's a blast to us. And even when we're live, I mean, if you're more than welcome to go ahead and give your suggestions, your opinions. You're welcome to post, as long as they're not, as long as they're respectful to everybody that's there.
Yep.
That's the most important part of it, because a lot of times the clients are watching when we're live. They will watch at control, which they'll be able to see. Like right now, they'll be able to see the comments.
Right.
So when we have people that have abilities and you guys share things that you're picking up on, it's fantastic. And even if I go and I'm doing the actual treatment of a location, mine is Christian based, but that doesn't mean that whatever your religion is or whatever you use.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I believe in the power of prayer. It doesn't matter that it's coming from different types.
Yep.
I believe in it. And again, we're always there to try to help the client. So if you can help push any positive, any light, you want to do any kind of prayers or whatever might help this family that we're working on at the time.
The point is, it's always interactive when we're live on location.
Yep.
So the more help we can get, the better. Doesn't matter who it comes from. If we can get positive feedback from everybody, the better it is for the client. So yeah, that's the main reason why we like the live so much.
And when we're just doing the investigation part, if you think of a question that might be pretty good, might trigger a response, if you type it into comments, we'll actually use your most often we'll use your comments as well. Your questions. That's another thing. It helps us think of some other, maybe outside the box. Maybe you got a better idea, or you got something you just always wanted to go ahead and see somebody do. You haven't been able to do it yourself.
Right.
And you want somebody to try it. We're those people. We like to try things different.
Believe me, he will try anything. Creepy dolls, balls, you name it.
There's nothing creepy about the dolls.
They're
only
creepy.
Dolls.
They're creepy. They're creepy.
They're just dolls.
They're creepy, Rob.
You should have had some dolls when you were little or something.
I did, but my dolls when I was little was not creepy. The ones you have are creepy. Their hair's always all messed up. You don't ever have their hair combed. No.
Thank you. No.
I don't like that.
They have to work with. Okay?
I don't like that.
So if their hair is ever combed, they probably did it themselves. Would that make you feel better?
No.
All right, then.
But at least they would look so creepy if their hair wasn't all Phyllis Diller all over their head in a dark location.
Do we always have to do it with the lights out?
Nope. But are those dolls creepier with the lights out? Yes, they are.
You and the dolls. What is up with that?
I don't like them.
You want the dolls or the figurines? Which ones do you
I
want?
want either one of them.
She doesn't go for the option. She just like, no.
I don't need either of them. I'm good.
I'll tell you what. Go to Japan and I'll get rid of
Nope,
the figurines.
I'm not going to Japan, Rob. Not doing it. Not doing
I'll
it.
get
Gotta
rid
be
of
on a
the
plane
figurines.
too long. I'm not doing it.
All right, then hopefully one of the figurines moves and
then you can take them down and you'll have the proof you need it and we can get rid of them.
no, there will have to be more experiment because we can't
No.
put a camera. So the problem is I can't put a camera on the figurines yet.
I'm not doing it.
Can't put a camera on the figurines. I was just reading Bridget's comment. Can't put the camera on the figurines yet because I believe that most time, of course, they see the red light, especially IR from a regular camera, for the nighttime camera or anything, and they tend not to go ahead and have activity around cameras. So there's no camera on them for right now.
I'm going to tell you, I really do wish they would fly off that shelf and smack you right between the eyes. Then
Mom,
you have all the proof
see,
you need.
everybody can witness how mean she is to me. See, that was
Then
mean.
you'd have all the proof you need it without me being the target. That's the way to go. That's the way to do it.
All right. I got something for you. It's all good.
Of course you do.
Oh, Shay just jumped on. Knock, knock, Shay.
Hi,
Thank you for
Sheila.
jumping on. If there's anybody watching right now, and this did happen last week, where we had people that unfortunately we could not see any comments from. I sincerely apologize.
Yeah, we couldn't see anybody's comments.
We
We
have
couldn't see
nothing to
anybody's
do with that part.
questions.
My girl Shay jumps on. About time. We're going to work on that schedule. Just because you're an hour different, you got to make sure we get there.
Listen at him, Shay. He thinks he can just control everything.
Oh, she'll give me my phone will be blowing up in a minute. She'll be, she's Irish and she's got a very Irish accent and a very
She's
Irish
a
temper.
sweetheart.
She
a
is. She's
sweetheart.
awesome.
Hi, Janie. Hi, Sean. Hello, Rob. Miss Sheila, Sean's over there asleep, honey.
Yeah.
But we'll tell him you said hi.
I should turn the camera here. You were on.
To turn the camera
You were on-
around. Candid camera. He
you were
wouldn't
on
care.
live. I
He
know.
wouldn't care.
Sleep right through it.
Yep.
Well, Shay, we're going to get ready to jump off here. Unfortunately, we're about to wrap this up. We are going to go ahead and try to get something going live here within the next couple of weeks. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we are.
We
We
need
are.
to do some. So
Guys,
regardless.
please share these. Share them everywhere. Anywhere you want to share them. Instagrams. Anywhere you want to share them. Share these live talks, please. Let's help get the EPS name out there a little further than what it is.
Irene, thanks so much for being so dedicated from Japan to actually be up at 3
Oh,
a.m.
God bless her. It's 3 a.m.
Thank you so much for that. And I would love for you to keep in touch with us so we can talk about that. I will send you a Facebook request, friends request, and see if we can't communicate a little bit more about possibly setting up this.
Yeah,
Just to
doing
do a
something
little-
live
Why
remotely.
not?
That would be wonderful. Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are fantastic. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Enjoy it. Hope you had a great He's already. Shay, you have to wait, okay? I'm not quite done yet.
No, you don't, Shay. You don't have to listen to him hum.
All right, Shay. Hi, Shay.
The time change, remember last night?
Okay.
We went back an
I
hour.
thought it was on Sunday that it changes.
No, honey, it
Was
went
it
back
last
last night an hour. Yeah.
Shows I don't keep up with it, Sheila. My apologies, Sheila. Look, so everybody can see, so she doesn't get mad at me anymore.
Exactly. That's why it is. Not so everybody.
She'll
can
be the one that
see.
really kicks the heck out of me.
Yep. Get him, Sheila.
All right, Sheila. I apologize, Shay.
It's not easy. It's not easy, Miss Sheila. He's horrible sometimes. You're fine, sweetheart. Don't listen to him. You are just fine.
Love you, Shay. I know I do.
Yes, she's gonna get you.
I'll talk to you. Well, you see, we're always
Poor thing.
unscripted. My apologies, okay, for the last.
We've got to be unscripted. I can't see well enough to read a script like the president does.
Oh yeah, you call it.
Yeah, it'd have to be a billboard for me to see it.
All right, guys, we're jumping off here. Thank you so much for being on again. With
Thanks,
us. This
everybody.
is a
Please,
blast.
please, please share.
So, have a great one. Love and light.
Bye.